Picture this. The king of pop, Michael Jackson, poised for the greatest comeback in music history. He's rehearsing, pushing through exhaustion, and then, in a heartbeat, he's gone, dead at 50. The official cause was a drug overdose, a tragic accident born from immense pressure. But to truly understand what happened, we can't just look at his final days. We have to look at his entire life. What forces shaped this global icon, and what pressures led to his downfall? Let's rewind to the very beginning. Michael Jackson, born August 29, 1958, in Gary, Indiana, the eighth of 10 children in a working-class family. His father, Joe Jackson, was famously strict, pushing Michael and his brothers into music from a tender age. By the time Michael was just 5, he was the charismatic frontman of the Jackson 5. Their father's relentless practice schedule paid off. Hits like I Want You Back, ABC, and The Love You Save made them household names. They were global superstars. But behind the curtain of fame, Michael later spoke of a lost childhood, one filled with endless rehearsals and immense pressure, missing out on the simple joys of being a kid. Now, jump ahead to the 1970s. Michael steps out on his own, and his solo career explodes. His 1979 album, Off the Wall, is a massive success. But then comes 1982, and Thriller. That album changed music forever. It became the best-selling album of all time, with over 70 million copies sold. The music videos for Thriller, Beat It, and Billie Jean weren't just videos. They were cinematic events that revolutionized MTV. And when he debuted the moonwalk on television, the world was mesmerized. Michael Jackson was no longer just a pop star, he was a phenomenon. But with that level of fame comes a level of scrutiny few people can ever imagine. It's likely for the few of you. This late 1980s marked a shift. Michael's appearance began to change, partly due to the skin condition, vitiligo, and the media became intensely focused on his life. The press gave him the cruel nickname Wacko Jacko, and tabloids ran wild with bizarre stories. Then, in the 1990s, his world was turned upside down. In 1993, he faced damaging allegations that led to a high-profile civil lawsuit. While Michael maintained his innocence, the case was settled out of court. The damage to his reputation, however, was immense. The media storm was relentless. A decade later, in 2003, it happened again. Michael faced another, even more public legal battle. He was arrested and stood trial in 2005. The trial was a global media circus that put every aspect of his private life under a microscope. The prosecution painted a dark picture, while Michael's defense argued it was another attempt at extortion. After months of testimony, the jury delivered its verdict: not guilty. On every single charge, Michael was a free man, but the experience left him shattered. He retreated from public life, seeking refuge overseas, trying to escape the glare of the spotlight that had defined his life. By 2009, Michael was ready for a comeback. He announced the This Is It tour, 50 sold-out shows in London. It was set to be a triumphant return, but the pressure was enormous. At 50, he was battling years of stress and chronic insomnia that left him unable to sleep. He turned to a personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray, for help. To combat his insomnia, Dr. Murray began administering the powerful hospital anesthetic propofol, a highly unconventional and dangerous solution for sleep at home. Michael reportedly called it his milk. Then came that fateful day, June 25, 2009. After a late-night rehearsal, Michael returned home, still unable to sleep. Dr. Murray administered a series of sedatives and finally, the propofol. A short time later, the doctor returned to find Michael was not breathing. Panic. A frantic 911 call. Paramedics worked tirelessly, but it was too late. At 2:26 p.m., the king of pop was pronounced dead. The autopsy revealed the cause: acute propofol intoxication. The coroner ruled his death a homicide, leading to the arrest of Dr. Murray for involuntary manslaughter. In 2011, he was found guilty, with the prosecution arguing he had been reckless and negligent. But for Michael's family and many fans, that verdict wasn't the full story. His sister LaToya claimed Michael had feared people were after his valuable music catalog. Was Dr. Murray, as some have suggested, simply the final piece in a tragic puzzle of pressure, exploitation, and poor health? In the years since, Michael's death has become a modern legend. Fans analyze his lyrics and videos, seeing messages about the pressures of the industry. They question the circumstances of his final days and point to the immense value of his assets, like the Beatles' catalog, as a source of conflict in his life. While concrete evidence for larger conspiracies has never materialized, it's clear Michael felt he was fighting against powerful forces. So what is the truth? Was it a tragic accident born of desperation and negligence? Or were there other factors at play? What do you think was the biggest pressure Michael faced in his life? Let us know your thoughts respectfully in the comments. Michael Jackson was a true genius, taken far too soon. His music and his artistry changed our world. And while the questions around his death may always remain, his legacy as the one and only king of pop is eternal. Thanks for watching Beyond the Legend, where the story is always bigger than the headline.